What's good, guys? We're back at it again with another video. As you see from the title, this is going to be a little different. You guys know I'm always trying to look for new ways to innovate, bring different things to the channel, bring different ideas so we never get bored with the vids, right? And obviously the high school season just started up. So we're gonna start getting new film of different players, and obviously there's a lot of players you guys want me to watch, do breakdowns on, but I've never really heard of them, never really seen highlights or anything. So of course, when I see Montverde is playing Vertical Academy, which is the team Mikey Williams transferred to, but I already know Montverde's team are always like packed with top 25 players, all the highly ranked players, a lot of the players that you guys want me to react to. So we're going to do their team breakdown today. We're only going to do the first half simply because, like in 2K, once you go up 20-21, give up the sticks, right? So in this game, by halftime, they were up 20, and then I could tell the other team, Vertical Academy, they pretty much quit playing, and then Montverde started to coast. They pretty much were having a dunk contest from that point on. So we only did the first half breakdown because otherwise it would be a whole 10 minutes of just straight dunks and highlights, right, and open threes. So we only did the first half so I can get a good representation of what they actually play like. But before we get into it, we got to, of course, go through these players, right? And the ones that we're going to talk about now are going to be the ones that I highlighted in the breakdown because they're the ones that played the most the first half, things like that. Now to start off, they have Skyy Clark. He didn't play this game, but we've already done a breakdown on him, so I do have to mention him. They have Dariq Whitehead, who is currently the number 5 player in the ESPN 100. They have Dillon Mitchell. What's crazy about him is when I had my TikTok, I think he followed me on the gram. He followed me on the gram from my TikTok, like saw TikTok, but I didn't know like who it was, something like that. I didn't realize he was so highly ranked. I'm gonna say what I think at the end of this video, but I'm gonna just say like he's like that. I'm not gonna lie. So they also have the number 23 and 24 player in the class of 2022 in Malik Renault, who's a center, and then Jalen Hood-Schifino, who's a point guard, 6'5" point guard. Malik's committed to Florida. Jalen's committed to Indiana. So, and that's not it, right? They also have Kwame Evans, who's a number 3 player in the class of 2023. Then they have Derik Queen, who's a number 2 player in the class of 2024. And then their center, 7-foot center, is the number 11 player in the class of 2022. So that's like 9 top 25s, 3 or 4 top 5s, like that they have just across classes, across all high school classes. So you can see why I only did the first half, because it did start to get a little ugly. I'm not gonna hold you guys up any longer. Let's go.
Great back cut on the first play of the game by the current number 18 player in 2022, Dillon Mitchell. Montverde has a plethora of highly ranked players. Here's the current number 24 ranked player in the country, Jalen Hood-Schifino. Watch how he gets to his spot, takes his time, and knocks it down. Montverde's offense is in constant movement. Watch how you have Jalen Hood as the baseline runner, and right as Dariq runs through the paint, they get into a ball screen. Movement like this often gets them wide open shots at any point in the game. This team is not only disciplined offensively, but defensively as well. Watch as he comes off this ball screen. I froze it here so you guys can see that no one is hugging up to their man. They're all in help defense so that when someone does drive, they're all in the correct position to get a hand in there, get a steal. And what do I always say? Live ball turnovers always leave the leak outs and dunks. As I said before, at Montverde, there are ranked players everywhere. This is a bad shot by Dariq, but the player who gets his rebound is Malik Renault, the number 23 player in the country. Watch how he uses his off arm to get around the big and finish in traffic. Montverde's offense does a great job not only against man, but against zone as well. Watch as they get into this high-low action. This big-to-big pass might seem simple, but in actual game speed, it can be tough. As I've said before previously, the name of the game of this day and age is versatility. The player on the wing right now is the number 3 player in the class of 2023, 6'9" power forward Kwame Evans. To have a power forward able to step out like this and knock down jumpers, next level. Here he is knocking down another one, and at 6'9", contests don't really bother his shot. Dillon Mitchell is one of the players that impressed me the most as I watched this game. At 6'7" with a lanky build, he can use his acrobatics to slither through defenses for finishes, and he not only competes offensively. Watch how he gets this block, gets the rebound, takes one dribble, and throws a pinpoint pass to his teammate Dariq Whitehead for the tough lay. It really is an embarrassment of riches at Montverde. The player who gets this block is the number 5 player in the country, Dariq Whitehead, and the player who gets this rebound is the number 2 player in the class of 2024. But to all my young bigs, never bring the ball down because guards are always there to take it from you. Because Montverde is so strong and athletic, this isn't the team to press up on. As you can see here, at any point they can blow by you and all of them can finish at the rim. Kwame Evans' versatility is one of the reasons why he's so highly touted. Watch how he stays in front of a point guard, and even as a 6'9" power forward, watch how he has the ability to not only make threes, but to push the ball in transition. Even though Dariq did miss this three, watch Dillon Mitchell's hustle, which is one of the reasons why I was so impressed with him. He plays at all times. Again, this team is extremely active on the defensive end, jumping passing lanes and getting their hands on the ball, and once they get out in open court and transition, it's showtime. Montverde is relentless in their pursuit of steals, and because they have such high IQ players, they get a lot of them. I froze it here so you guys can notice how Dariq Whitehead recognizes that the offensive player only has one place he can go with the ball, which is to his teammate in the middle of the floor, picks it off, and Dillon Mitchell always seems to be in the right spot to get easy dunks. As we say in 2K, once you go up 20 or more, give up the sticks, and at this point, the other team just stopped playing.
Okay, so Montverde, like I already said, and everyone already knows, these teams are basically all-star teams. Like, they have probably the most top 25s in the country. They're basically a McDonald's All-American team. Like, McDonald's All-American, they're getting the teams from Oak Hill, IMG, Montverde, La Lumiere, teams like that. Like, that's where they're getting them from. So, like, these are literally all-star teams in high school. They're always cold. Even there's a GA, or one of our assistants that I work with here. He saw Montverde's last year's team play with Cade, and he was telling me, like, he thinks that was probably one of the best high school teams he's ever seen in his life. So you always expect the best from Montverde, and that's what they produce, right? So let's get into, like, the team breakdown. So for them, before we get individually, we'll talk about them as a squad. Offensively, these dudes, and you know that, and you know they're going to be this, but, like, offensively, these dudes are all extremely disciplined. Like, I can tell, like, I think this was either their first or second game of the year, and they're executing. Like, and I don't mean, like, because for a lot of high school teams, especially right off the bat, you're going to have dudes missing assignments. They're going to forget to set a screen here. They're going to forget to, okay, let me walk the defender in, then cut out. No, these dudes are in constant movement. It literally looks like they're moving at the same time. Like, the movement is crazy. That's all I want to say. Like I told you in the video, like, the movement that they have, it's extremely hard to guard, because, like, when you're trying to guard your man, this dude is cutting across your face right here. So, okay, do I tap him? Do I tag him? Then all of a sudden your man's going this way. Or, like you saw, you got a baseline runner, and then right as Dariq's cutting through the paint, you have their big coming at the same time to come to a ball screen. While at the same time, Dillon Mitchell is coming this way. So all of a sudden, when he come off this ball screen, Dillon Mitchell is wide open, getting a wide open three. They play well against man. They play well against zone. You saw, like I said, I'm a big, so I understand, like, the big passing might look simple, but when it's game speed, it's not as simple, and you have to be able to read the defense while also stay under control as a big man, right? Defensively, these dudes are all in the gap, extremely well coached. They're all in the gap. Like, that's what we're trying to harp to our players here at the prep. Like, these dudes are always in help defense. So if you get one step by your guy, there's another 6'5", 6'6" guard right here with long arms, literally right here, just trying to poke at the ball. And you saw that's what happened. They get a whole bunch of steals. They get a whole bunch of leak outs, dunks every single time. Like I said, dunk contest. And like I was saying in the video as well, they have high IQ. So, like, when I froze it, you saw Dariq understands that, okay, the only place he can go with this ball, because he's getting trapped, and he can't see anywhere else because the people that are trapping him are 6'6" and up. Like, he can't see anywhere else. The only place he can see is the middle of the floor. So what do? I'm just going to cut in front of him, get the steal, we gone. Like, that, offensively, defensively, extremely well coached, extremely disciplined. They're a really cohesive unit, right? Now let's go individually, right? We'll just go down the list. So Dariq, in this game, he was more of a facilitator. He was more of a facilitator. He wasn't really forcing things like that, really getting his teammates involved. But the player that really surprised me the most, Dillon Mitchell, bro. Like, remember how I said I didn't put that number 10, my number 10 player in the 2022 class, simply because I haven't seen a whole lot of the players under, like, outside of the ESPN ranking top 10. I haven't really seen a lot of those players under that. I'm gonna come with that 10, but he is legitimately in that mix for me. Like, 6'7", small forward. This dude can put it down. He can hit the open three. He plays defense. He actually guards and he rebounds. He really checks off every box, things like that. And as you can see, he wasn't passing a whole lot, but just the ability to literally get the block, take one dribble. He is left-handed, but just throw it full court right into Dariq's hand for the tough lay. Like that's extremely high level. So like him, he's definitely in that mix. We got to see some of these other players in 2022 that are outside the ESPN top 10, but he's definitely in that mix for that number 10 spot for me. We got Malik Renault, pretty solid big. As you saw, he's the one that made the big pass. Like I wanted to show you guys with all my other bigs, you see how he backed down the player from the perimeter, uses his off arm to kind of just get him off of him so I can get him on my hip so that when I get downhill, it's just a layup and he's already behind me, right? Jalen Hood-Schifino, 6'5", this dude built like a truck. You saw you can't press up on him because he's literally just going to go right by you with ease, and he's athletic. He can finish at the rim. You saw he has patience in the post. One dribble. Okay, let me get to my spot, my turnaround jumper that's knocked down. That's their point guard. That's their point guard. I think he might be listed. He is listed as a point guard, right? So like he's like that, built like a Mack truck. Then you got Kwame Evans, number 3 player in 2023, bro. This kid, we got to do his breakdown. He might be one of the next ones we do because at 6'9", he's listed as a power forward. Bro, this dude is bringing the ball down the floor, hitting open threes. I didn't really see him get in the paint. He is a little skinny, so he might be more perimeter oriented, almost like kind of how Isaiah Todd was. Like they want to shoot more threes, but like extremely versatile. Like I was saying, that's the name of the game now, being able to do a lot of different things on the court, not just one, and he fits that mold. So I understand why he is ranked so high. Then you got Derik Queen. Granted, he is in the class of 2024, and the people above him are literally top 10 in 2022, so they're grown and top 10 players. So I understand why he wasn't playing that much. He did bring the ball down, which kind of showed his youth. So like I said, for all my young bigs, you cannot bring that ball down because the second you do, you got a whole bunch of small guards. You bring yourself down to their size. When you bring that ball down, all of a sudden they swiping at it. And most of the time they're going to get it, right? Just simply because they're closer to the ground. They're closer to the ball. Vince Iwuchukwu, I really don't know how to say that perfectly, but he had good moments in the game. I really didn't highlight him that much because there weren't like anything crazy or like a teaching point, but he had pretty good moments in the game. I'm going to say this about Vertical Academy. I mean, it's pretty obvious that the talent difference is pretty big. Trey Parker, though, on Vertical, I got to look into him. He's nice. He's nice. And then Mikey, I don't know if maybe it was because it was the first game or just because of how their size and how talented they are, because like they have like a college size roster. Maybe it's that, but I'll just say Mikey didn't really look the part in this game. They were really forcing him into tough shots, blocking some of his shots, so it looked like he was struggling a little bit with their size. But like I said, I'm not sure if that's the first game or it's just because it's Montverde. But all in all, like this team is going to be extremely nice. We got to do, like I was saying, La Lumiere, Oak Hill, IMG, all the other, big time prep schools, things like that, just so I can like get a feel for them. But they're definitely going to compete for this national championship this year. They're like that. They're disciplined. They're a cohesive unit. I really like this team and this roster. They got some killers. We're gonna get to their individual breakdown soon. But like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Appreciate you guys watching. Remember, I'm gonna start putting my website down in the description. Go check it out. Book me if you want a one-on-one Zoom session or if you want me to do your breakdown and put it on the channel. Like I said, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time with the next video.